Right, buddy, Manchester United face Burnley. I mean, the club's currently at rock bottom. It's only up from here. Again, Manchester United, fourth game of the season, third Premier League game. It's up, like, this game is massive for Ruben Amorim. Could it beat his final game in charge of Manchester United? That's definitely something to kind of consider and talk about. I mean, we go into the international break after this. Burnley again. Listen, in the two Premier League games they played, they've obviously lost 3-0 to Tottenham, 2-0 to Sunderland. They beat Sunderland 2-0, lost to Tottenham 3-0. Now, in terms of do I think it'll be Ruben Amorim's last game, I don't think it will be. But again, you can see it didn't look great post the game against Grimsby. It just didn't look good. His post-match reaction, the way that he reacted, I don't think it was the best way to go about it. But you can clearly see he was frustrated, which is understandable. I think United have to give him time. I think sacking the manager, listen, we've had a poor start to the season, but I think you have to give him time to kind of put his ideas in. And yes, it's inexcusable because he's had a pre-season, but I don't want to go in that cycle of sacking another manager. You bring in another manager, new formation, new players. This is the guy we have to back. We just spent £200 million on 3 attackers, who are kind of tailor-made for Ruben Amorim's system. But listen, enough on that. Let's talk about the kind of Burnley game. I said Burnley are not bad. United currently sit 16th on the table, -1 goal difference already. Listen, I expect Burnley to win. I mean, there's nothing that we've seen, especially in the last game, that's going to give me any confidence going into this game with Manchester United get any sort of result. In terms of team, I mean, Amorim heavily rotated against Grimsby. And if you look at the team that started our last Premier League game, I think it'd be similar to that. But I don't, you can't trust these players anymore. I mean, from game to game is different. Against Fulham, I thought they did well. Against Grimsby, one of the worst performances I've seen. I mean, this just doesn't make any sense. But team, Onana can't start. I mean, that is Tom Heaton, but he's not going to put Tom Heaton. It's going to be Binder, isn't it? And listen, he had an alright game against Fulham. So yeah, I think you go him on that trajectory. You keep him in the team. Back three, Euro, Shaw, and De Ligt again. I think you keep that back three. I think it'd be a good, decent back three. Again, De Ligt, he had an alright game against Fulham. Grimsby was a bit tough for him. Bring back Storgo and Ahmad. Again, Ahmad looked alright. I'm only going to go for our last Prem game. I can't talk about Grimsby, but yeah, you probably just put him in there. Casemiro and Bruno maybe. I think that's what you go with. Cunha and Bomo Masesco, and that's the team, man. Like, it's sad because we can't get any worse than this. So again, to be fair, everything that we do now is up. I mean, I thought finishing 15th last season, no European football, was bad, but starting off this season, a poor result against Arsenal, a poor result against Fulham, an even worse result against Grimsby. Like, this team is in disarray, and I think this could be an embarrassing performance. Burnley take us to the sword. United are easy to kind of destroy at this point. Some of the performances we're putting in are just sloppy, lethargic, and again, we've said it time and time again, something has to change. I don't know what it is at the club, but surprisingly, Burnley have a good... Actually, no, the last couple of games United have won. The last Prem game was obviously a draw. I think that was the one where Anthony scored that goal. I remember that when he was on the floor. Then we beat him. So we haven't lost to them since 2020. So from what I can see here. So it's not the worst, really. So it's not bad. But listen, the way United have played going off our last game, I just don't see the way Amorim gets the team going. And you could see a potential change of system. You could see a 4-3-3. You could see that, and that I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But the performance we put in was shambolic against Grimsby, and I think any performance we put in will be better than that. The only positive that came out of the Grimsby game was the fact that Burmo got our first goal of the season. Like, that is crazy. But yeah, the fact that we couldn't beat Grimsby, do I have any faith that we're going to beat Burnley? Absolutely not. And again, they always say back your team, but what United have shown us so far is that I'm just not going to back them. I think Burnley will win this game, and this is probably the perfect time for them to play us. They've had obviously 1 win and 1 draw. 1 win and 1 loss in the Premier League. And yeah, United is the perfect opportunity for them. I mean, the next few games for Manchester United are looking tough. We have a 2-week international break, then Man City at the Etihad, then Chelsea, then Brentford. Like, those 3 games, it could be the end of Ruben Amorim. I mean, going into the international break, you very well could resign. And that is a huge sort of problem for Manchester United, finding a new manager. Who's that manager going to be? But in terms of Burnley, I think they beat us. I'm going to go 2-0 Burnley. I think United are there. I mean, it would be typical, won't it, of Manchester United to put in a half-decent performance against Burnley. But yeah, it's just nowhere near good enough. The problem is outlying that United are in a very, very poor state. Are we going to win this game? Probably not. Burnley will outplay us, but again, we kind of have to backhammer him. I know that was a pretty so negative preview, but I just don't know what to say anymore. United are just absolutely crap, is what I have to say, really. But listen, let me know your thoughts on the preview. Again, very, very tricky game. I think there's problems at United, but I don't know if the formation. I think you got to stick the formation. I think you have to back it, but I just don't think he might not have the players for the system. I don't know what the problem is, but Amorim's post game. I mean, people are saying Tom Heaton has to start. I completely agree. I mean, Binder ain't as bad as Onana. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to go 2-0 Burnley. I just don't have any hope anymore. This club's at rock bottom. There's no positives to come out of the game, really, against Grimsby. And yeah, we kind of move from here. Let's see how the rest of the season goes. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and any thoughts and opinions and comments that you have. And again, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.